Good evening. I wrote down my comments so it would be, I wanted to make sure I covered everything, so good evening.
Sure, would you just give us your name and address?
My name is Lori Ann Walton. I'm at 335 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive here in Greensboro, 4 doors away from Dane's Chicken and Waffles.
Lucky you.
Yeah. I am one of those numbers in one of those cases, and I just want to make a comment. I don't have a question, but I am imploring that you make a greater effort to educate the public on the process and the procedure of filing a complaint. It's something that cannot be 11th hour. It's actually something that can't be done during the complaint process or even after. I think it's actually very detrimental in that order. And with that said, as it stands now, I think, and this is my opinion and I'm entitled to it, I think it's designed, particularly when your complaint is against the police department, is designed as an ambush, not necessarily a review process. And I just think that you know, there's a lot of complaints out there. This process can be very, very gruesome and very stressful. And I just implore you to consider the process of disseminating information and educating the public when they file a complaint. Otherwise, it's kind of a snake eating its tail approach. There's no outlet. And that's really all I would like to say. Thank you.
Ms. Walton, is your case resolved?
I wish I could answer that. I haven't the slightest idea. I haven't received anything. I did get, I don't know.
Well, if it's okay with the other members of this committee, I'd love for you to keep us updated.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Crossley, did you want to comment?
Well, regarding the case is in suspense because it has not been investigated by professional standards at this time, and we don't have the CRC does not have the jurisdiction to review a case that hasn't been investigated by professional standards.
Would somebody have informed her of that along the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Our office has spoken with Ms. Walton.
Okay, thank you.
How long has this been pending?
The first communication was, I believe, in January up to now, but our most recent communication with Ms. Walton was this week.
And so at this point, I call it phase one. It's still in phase one of the process.
It is actually the furthest we've gotten is to have the information. We cannot begin a process until professional standards.
It's in professional standards at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Piccarelli, give us your name and address.
Mr. Piccarelli, before your time starts, I think congratulations are in order. And if you would please describe your appointment from the governor.
Well, Michael Piccarelli, 3100 Round Hill Road. What Mr. Wilkins is referring to